Now, before we start dunking on Miss Piggy, we got to get over all of the election results from yesterday, or yesterday evening, of course. And there was some that happened. The only one that really mattered in Wyoming, well, I don't think either of the senators are up for any elections, but we'll talk about that one, okay? The House election everybody already knows about, okay? We'll talk about that in a moment. But Alaska was holding their open primaries at the same time, and they've got open primaries, just like Washington State does, a couple of other weird states as well. So the top 3 vote getters progress into the midterm election, the general election itself. So when it comes to the Senate and to the House results, okay, both of Trump's endorsements are going to make it onto the ticket. First and foremost, probably the most important, the most contentious one, because the other one's kind of all but certain to go one specific way. But anyways, the Senate race itself, with Blockhead Murkowski getting 44.1% of the vote, 69% of the vote has already been reported, but we already know who's going to be on there. You take a look at the rest of them, okay, and it's just going to come down to which one is going to get the most press, which one's going to get the most coverage when the people head back to the ballot box. Because you take a look at who was voting on that one, the top 2 vote getters there, you got, Blockhead Murkowski at 44.1%, and then you got the Trump-backed, I think it's Kelly Tishibaka, the horrific last name. I can't imagine ever saying Senator Tishibaka, because that, I don't know, it kind of sounds like a Polynesian slur, but it's hilarious anyways, and she's far cuter than that fucking Roblox character that is Murkowski. But again, what's with all the bitches? So yeah, that one's going to be realistically a 2-horse race, let's be honest, okay? And we'll have to have that fully decided in November, and same with the other election that's going to be going down there as well. That involves good old Sarah Palin, who's going to be back on the ballot all of a sudden. I can see Russia from my backyard. I don't even know the proper context for that quote, but that's what I remember the most about the 2008 campaign. That and changes are friends. I would raise my hands to do the YMCA, but that's how far they go. You fucking collaborating old cunt. Anyways, less said about John McCain the better. Oh, except for a praise be to that brain tumor. But more on the McCains in a moment, because we have the end of another political dynasty. Yes, Harriet Hageman beat the fucking brakes off Liz Cheney, ending the Cheney dynasty in politics. You'll love to see it. Hell, we're going to be spending the rest of this video discussing this just absolute fucking train wreck. You thought it was going to be a beating, okay? But did you really expect 66 to 29? A full-throated ass-kicking like that? Well, apparently, Chris Wallace wasn't availed of the situation, okay? He's living in his bubble over at CNN. Liz Cheney has declared war. Oh, I thought that was insurrection type talk, okay? Well, we see what's allowed over on CNN, and of course you have to look at the headlines, because people actually watch CNN at this fucking point. Get wrecked. Declared war on Donald Trump's Republican Party and election deniers. Oh, please, Miss Cheney, let me massage your hooves. Fuck off. What else? But what's the piggy talking about? It's funny how she had her dinner behind her when she was making her concession speech, and boy, was it a doozy. Liz Cheney compares herself to Abraham Lincoln in concession speech. I don't see the chin strap or the top hat or anything like that, but you keep fucking meandering on like that, and you'll have one other thing in common with Abraham Lincoln. Just saying, you can connect the dots there with one in her forehead. Liz Cheney compared herself to former President Abraham Lincoln during her concession speech, and with her little comparison there, she tipped her hat, and please fucking do it. Please, I beg you. I fucking beg you to be this stupid. Cheney claimed she lost her primary election only because she failed to go along with President Trump's lie about the 2020 election. And as you can see probably over there on the side, Trump's calling for the dissolution of the House panel because, hey, you just lost your co-chair, so it's even more of a fucking joke than normal. Hilarious. It would have required that I enable his ongoing efforts to unravel our democratic system, trademark, and attack the foundations of our republic. That is a path I could not and would not take. The one of truth and actually wanting to see what the fuck goes on? Oh, okay, yeah, I understand. It's easier, and you can put your cloven hooves up But whatever. Hey, man, I have plenty of time to do that for yourself. Well, not that long, apparently. A couple of years, and then you'll be busy once again. Would have... Oh, Cheney said the opposition to former President Donald Trump was rooted in the principles that the members of Congress are sworn to protect, and that she well understood the potential political consequences of opposing Trump. Yeah, fucking cope-harder, fat ass. She compared herself to Lincoln, who saved the nation during a civil war. Yep. The great original champion of our party, Abraham Lincoln. A tyrant who enacted martial law over the fact that he couldn't diplomatically solve a situation. Oh, that guy? Oh, okay, cool. So again, maybe you have a couple of things in common. Lincoln was a mediocre president. Changed my mind. Was defeated in elections for the Senate and the House before he won the most important election of all. Oh, yeah. Cheney said Lincoln ultimately prevailed. He saved our nation. He defied our obligations as Americans for all of history. Oh, that's nice. She also quoted Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address. Oh, great. Was our livestock present for that? And claimed that Americans' highest duty is protect the foundations of this constitutional republic. At least she didn't say our democracy. She at least got the type of government correct, so I'll give her that. After comparing herself to Lincoln, oh great, Cheney focused on the January 6th Capitol riots and claimed that America will never be the same if Americans do not hold those responsible to account. Well, actually, they just didn't. You lost your election. At the heart of the attacks on January 6th is a willingness to embrace dangerous conspiracies that attack the very core premise of our nation. Cool, now do Hunter Biden. Our nation is barreling once again towards crisis, lawlessness, and violence that we won't inspect at all. Again, the 2020 summer of love and all of those riots, $2 billion of damages, has a word with you. Cheney added, no American should support election deniers at any position of genuine responsibility. Hey man, the reason you lost your primary so totally and fully is because you weren't respecting the Americans, your very own constituents, and they beat the fuck out of you for doing it. So I guess she's applying the principle of practice what you preach, or rather, do as I say, not as I do, where their refusal to follow the rule of law will corrupt our future. Yeah, that's nice. Ain't you old, though? You won't be around too much longer. She also claimed that Trump is promoting an insidious lie about the recent FBI raid of his Mar-a-Lago residence. Oh, great. Everything Trump does is a lie, okay? If you think that anybody who detracts against your position is a liar, and they start to outnumber you, maybe you as the common denominator should probably take a look in the mirror. Well, a pretty large mirror. Trump knows that voicing these conspiracies will provoke violence and threats of violence. Again, now do BLM. Cheney said, this happened on January 6th and it is now happening again. Why? It is entirely foreseeable that the violence will escalate further. Like where? You're talking about the fucking whack job in Cincinnati who got shot down in the parking lot? Not good for him. But again, how many dozen officers were killed during 2020? How many hundreds of casualties did you have there? And yet, not worried about that. But again, January 6th. And this happened on January 6th. Now it's happening again. How many people died? Oh, right. You don't want to you don't want to investigate that murder. No. That officer. Okay. Lieutenant Byrd. I think that's his name. Lieutenant Byrd did everything correctly, and we're not looking at that at all. No, whatsoever. No. Officer Brian Sicknick, who got hit in the head by the fire extinguisher. Oh, wait. That definitely didn't happen. Well, he died on the premises. No, he died hours later back at the precinct when he had a stroke. Oh, shit. But was he jabbed, though? Anyways, it's entirely foreseeable that the violence will escalate further, yet he and others continue purposefully to feed the danger, says the fearmonger. Aren't you just supposed to be conceding that you fucking lost, okay? Christ almighty. Cheney mentioned Lincoln once more and opined that the Civil War era fighters like Lincoln and former President Ulysses S. Grant are speaking to us down the generations. Oh my God, you think you're from divine lineage? Your father shot his hunting partner in the fucking face. You're not sent here by God. You're sent here by Hormel, Lincoln, and Grant, and all who fought in our nation's tragic Civil War. What are you pulling a Tim Pool impression? Civil War. Like, shut your fucking fat mouth. Included my own great-great-grandfathers. They were probably slave owners too. Let's just give big ups to the big orange man. Donald Trump, a dynasty killer. You fucking well right he is. 2023 will mean no more Bush, Cheney, McCain, or Clinton in office. Oh, just when you didn't think that my love for this man could get any larger than it is already, but he's got rid of them all. He's got all of them. They're all done. They're all dead. It's all gone. It's over. Let's fucking move on. Oh, it's so great. It's wonderful. The era of Donald Trump has brought a great many changes to the political world since 2016. You can stop right there. He's already done enough. And in the year 2023, there will be no different. The dynasties of Bush, Cheney, McCain, and Clinton will hold no quarter in either statewide or national office. Love it. With the defeat of Liz Cheney, and we still have our celebrations. We got bottles to pop after this, boys. In the Wyoming Republican congressional primary on Tuesday, the franchise dynasties that have dominated the U.S. political landscape going all the way back to the 1970s came to a crashing halt. Whether or not the Republican Party takes control of Congress in November's midterm elections come January 23rd, there will be no politician by the name of Bush, Cheney, McCain, or Clinton. God, I'm glad that this camera only covers from my chest upwards because I'm rock fucking hard. In Texas, for instance, George P. Bush, Prescott, the original Bush, fucking deep state cunt, despite his best efforts to court the Trump vote, will end his term as the state land commissioner, effectively ending the Bush dynasty until it strikes a political comeback. But let's celebrate in the meantime, shall we? And as you can see, there is just this little dance number that Taylor Budowich, former comms director for Trump, he decided to send Liz Cheney off in style. He got a little thing going for her. And yeah, I got the audio playing. He's like, nah, 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 hey, hey, hey. Showing Trump off all of his dance moves. Oh, just putting a little watermark of sad Liz Cheney up front. It's nice. It's nice. Hey, 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 goodbye in the background. But you know what? I think the boys probably do just one better. And normally I have my sign off that I like to do at the end. But what we're going to do is we're going to play something a little bit different this time around. At least in my opinion. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm gonna try to one-up him. I don't know anything about Taylor Budowich. He makes a nice fucking meme, or at least he reposts it from somebody out there. From Twitter, iPad. Yeah, he was probably mixing and matching a whole bunch of clips together, but he didn't quite have the music choice that I would have gone with. And now, if you'd all just like to celebrate, I said we're going to be popping bottles, so why not? I got my water bottle here, so you know what? We're going to crack this open, and instead of giving you the sign-off, or you know what? I could just give you the sign-off right now, and we'll just play the video back one more time. I've just got a little change to do it DKS style. How about that? So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.
Now fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch that how about fuck me. Now fuck that bitch. 3. What you wanna do here?